Hey y'all, welcome back. It's a little windy, a little bright. Today we're going to do some chicken shopping. Yesterday I ordered our first round of meat birds. Yes, I did. And a few extras because that's what I do. But we need to get a brooder and everything set up for them. They'll be here in about a week and a half, 2 weeks, and I just don't want to wait till last minute to get that ready for them. So we're probably going to go to Tractor Supply, maybe Lowe's, maybe Walmart. I don't know. We'll just have to see. I've already done my research on how I want to set this brooder up this time. So I just got to find the stuff that I need and see if I change my mind in the process. But we're going to bring you along, going to do a little shopping, and then hopefully get us a chicken brooder ready. Call me crazy. I know we're still trying to get moved into our house, but I was gonna wait and get our chickens after we were moved in and had everything situated. But y'all, I couldn't wait any longer for several reasons. One, I'm impatient. I was ready for my chickens. But two, we decided to order a heritage breed bird as our first meat bird, and they're gonna take about 16 to 18 weeks to grow out. And so I need to get them started. Call me crazy again, but I may, after these get out of the brooder and out on pasture, I may order a bird that doesn't take quite as long and have them both growing at the same time. I don't know, we'll see. I've heard about chicken math, and I'm realizing that it's a real thing. You get one, you want two. You get two, you want four. You get four, you want eight. You see where I'm going with that? Did I come here to look at plants? No. Am I still gonna look at plants? Yes. We just came out of Tractor Supply. We've got everything we need. We're gonna go home and work on this chicken brooder. Y'all gonna help me, kiddos?
Yep.
All right. There was a sweet lady in there that talked to us about the chickens and just feed and all kinds of different things. She had so much great information to share with us. We stood there and talked to her for like 15 minutes or so, just getting some great information. And she told us that our Tractor Supply is one of the lucky ones that keeps chicks almost year round. I had not noticed that in here, but they get them in February and keep them until about September. So when our other chicks come in, we may come here and get a couple more that are about the same age to add in with them. Should I do that? I don't know. I want to. We'll just have to see. All right. Easton's sitting right over here. Everybody's here excited to help with our brooder box. I'm excited too. So let me just go over real quick what you're gonna need. And I cut the heat on because it was a little bit cool in here. I hope you can hear me and that it's not too loud. But we got a 40-gallon tote. Justin Rhodes tells me that should be the size I need for the amount of chickens that I'm getting. I've been watching lots of Justin's videos. Box cutter. Got these shears. I'm hoping I can cut my poultry netting with them. We're going to find out. Some zip ties. Some poultry netting. You could use hardware cloth, and I thought about doing that, but this just seemed more practical and something that I wanted to have on hand. So we went with poultry netting. Some pine shavings, and you want pine, not cedar. And this is upside down because it was starting to open a little bit on one of the corners. But we got some 20% protein, some 20% flock razor, And the reason why I went with the 20% is because I just think for our meat birds, as well as we're getting a few layers too, but I think it's going to be a good medium ground to start them all on. I don't even got a washer and dryer in here yet, but I'm going to have a chicken brooder. Okay. The first thing that we're going to do is, and let me say this too, this is just one way you can do this. We're going to share what we're doing, but this is just one way. Wyatt just woke up. I'm just gonna go grab him. There are several different ways you can make a brooder. We're just showing you the one way that we're doing it. My stepdad, I've seen him brood chickens before in a dog crate, out in his shed, outdoors. We're probably gonna keep these here in the laundry room. My friend Tony, she also just used a dog kennel, dog crate to make a brooder. I'll link her video in case you want to check it out. I know some people use a cardboard box, and just make sure that you're careful with your heat source. You gotta be careful with your heat source anyway. I went back and forth on whether or not I was going to use a heat lamp or not, and decided to get one. We'll see how it goes. Regardless of if you're using cardboard, plastic, wood, it doesn't matter. You gotta be careful with those things. Just putting that out there too. Do I hear a baby? There he is. All right, let's get everybody situated and see how this goes. Making this with kiddos. The kids want to help, and I want to encourage them to help, so we're gonna make it happen. So, change of plans. I cannot get this screw to come out of this box cutter, so I'm going to try to use my X-Acto knife, and we're gonna see how that goes. I just used some blue tape to mark off where I wanted to cut. You could use a pen, you could freehand it, whatever works, but this was just a quick and easy way for me to see where I wanted to cut. We're gonna see how it goes. That was not ideal. It was a pain, and I worked up a sweat, but it's out. That piece of plastic is out. On to the next step. What I'm doing is drilling holes to be able to zip tie our chicken wire, poultry wire over the top. And I don't know if I want to do 2 holes and loop it through, or if I want to do 1 hole and loop it through this open part. That's what I'm leaning toward. Let me think about it. We'll see what happens. What I've decided to do, I'm going to open this up and I'm going to lay it out on the top. Go ahead and cut it and get it sized, and then we'll decide where we want to drill our holes. We flipped the lid over, so I'm putting this on the inside, and we're just going to mark where we want to drill our holes for our zip ties. Erring on the side of caution, I added a few extra zip ties from what I had originally planned. So there's 4 down each side with these over here in the center. So 3 on the short sides, then 4 down the long sides. And when we flipped it over and was looking at it, I felt like it needed a few more to be secure. And then I'll get some duct tape and go around the edge to just cover up any little sharp pieces. Here's what it's looking like from the top. We have this beginner poultry kit from Tractor Supply, and it contains some feeders and water, a heat lamp. We'll have to get some bigger feeders or maybe an additional one to add, but it'll get us started. So we want to put the feeder and the water on towards one end so that the heat lamp can be on the other, because you don't want the lamp to be right over their water and they get hot. And you want them to be able to gather around the heat lamp.
Like that? Oh, wait.
I also need y'all to go outside and find some little gravel about this big that we can put in their water. And I'll explain why in a minute. Alright, here's how we've got everything in here. Now we put some gravel, some rocks in the water so that the little bitty tiny baby birds can't get all the way down in there. They've come from a warm, wet place and they see the water and they're like, oh, I'm going to go back there, and they can drown. It will only take a little while for them to get used to it. We can take the rocks out, but to start with, we've got those in there. Let me put the lid on. We can show you what that looks like.
Good.
And the heat lamp will go on this side away from the water, and we'll work on getting that secured. It's one thing with heat lamps, you want to make sure that they're nice and secure, so we'll figure out how we can get the heat lamp hanging over right here without any chance of it falling. This is what the heat lamp looks like. This part will come undone and actually flips around to make kind of a dome to protect it. And then it came with a red light to go in there. We're about to head to ball practice. It's that time of the evening. I'm glad that we got our brooder all fixed up and ready, just waiting on some chickens. Once they get in there, we'll get them some food and water, get our heat lamp all set up and secure to keep them warm for those first couple of weeks. I can't wait. I can't wait. I'm so excited. They'll be here soon. It's just counting down the days. Of course, I'll share them with you when they get here, so make sure you're subscribed. When you stick around, we'll show you what everything looks like once that brooder has baby chicks in it, won't we? Yeah. Are you as excited as I am about some baby chicks? Good. We love you guys. We appreciate you, and we'll see you in the next one.
Bye, y'all.
Bye, y'all.